Hello Libra, and welcome to your February 2021 video. My name is Zara and I'm going to take you through your astrology for February. So Libra, a lot of change. You have that Saturn and Jupiter in your 5th house of creativity, fun and adventure, and love and romance. And there's a part of you that wants to break away from everything of the past and old situations of the past. That's that Uranus pulling. It's that square to this energy in Taurus that's really pulling you to want to break away from things of the past. But you need to remember during this time, as you are in a place of transition, it's almost as if you need to still work at the things, the responsibilities of the past, and know that there are going to be in the future moments for you to break away. There is this point coming. But at this moment in this very space and time, it's almost like you need to make sure that you're still taking care of all those responsibilities, all those run-of-the-mill activities in order to get to the freedom that you desire. Uranus is about freedom, change, wanting to break out of a routine. But it's like you have to be in this place of keeping a routine, keeping things in check, so that you can come to this place of and break free. So that's that place. It's almost a place of in-between worlds, and it can feel uncomfortable, and there's going to be this deep desire to want to change that, to want to break free, to want to push forward. But just wait, be patient. You're going to do it. It's just you got to find that place of letting go and making peace with the past, and still making peace with your responsibilities and the routine that you have to keep, but still finding those moments where you can break free. If things get too stuck in a routine for you, you might find yourself feeling very frustrated. It's like, So make sure that you embrace that energy. Know that it is happening. You in between. That square is definitely, and squares are not comfortable. Squares is like a square off, a great place of pain. So Uranus squaring the Saturn energy is really in Aquarius, and Uranus being in Taurus, it's really, and Mars is also in Taurus. It's really wanting you to take action. But at the same time, it's like you got to still check and tick off all your boxes in order to get to where you're going. You can't just be like, oh, well, I want all this great change, but I don't know where all this finance or I don't know where the money is coming from. I don't know where these things are going to work out. You got to embrace both worlds now just for a little bit. This change is coming. Just know this. Breathe through it. You are an air sign. So we have a lot of energy in your 5th house. Mercury retrograde, which starts on the 30th of January, will be in retrograde till the 21st of February. So that being said, just know when it comes to feelings of the past, romances of the past, miscommunication, Mercury retrograde, and you're a sign of communication, a lot of misunderstandings happen, times, dates, places, brain fog, documentation isn't being sent off. Give yourself a little room. Allow for that to happen. It's a good time to complete old projects, not a good time to start new projects. So allow for that. Now with Mercury retrograde also being in Aquarius, we have the Sun in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, Jupiter in Aquarius, and on 2nd of February, Venus will be in Aquarius, and then on the 11th, we have a new moon in Aquarius, all happening in your 5th house. So much of energy in this 5th house. Now, when there's so much of energy in this 5th house where you want to feel this, for you, it's a lot about love. It's about passion. It's about this excitement. That's the 5th house energy, and there's so much of focus, there's spotlight on it. And in order to balance the scales, that 11th house is what we look at. That's where you balance. That's where you find this okay. And what's the 11th house about? Your dreams, your hopes for the future. It's about socializing, but like through the internet. It's about finding a cause that really connects to your soul. Something other than like wanting to do something right now in your physical environment, because there is this desire, a yearning for passion, a yearning for life and exploring and adventure. That's that 5th house. It gets in touch with our inner child. It even talks about connecting to children in the 5th house. So, if you're a parent or, looking after other people's children, it'll find that, oh my gosh, my 5th house with all this children responsibility is heavy on me now. And I might find myself feeling like, where do I find my fun? Where do I find my freedom? You know, where do I find my balance? Where do I find myself? It's the 11th house energy of your dreams and hopes for the future. It's where you plan for the future, long-term future. That's the 11th house energy. It's about socializing, but in a way of, you know, with this kind of like, not the strong energy of the 5th house of just, it is that Leo energy of fire, passion, creativity. Whereas 11th house is an Aquarian energy. It's more about sharing of information, ideas, but not getting too emotionally attached, too emotionally evolved, too emotionally sparked. Because when all the energy is in your 5th house, when we have so much of energy, you know, and passion and all this energy is just coming straight at your 5th house, you might just want to burst with all the things that you want to do and accomplish and have this fun and have this lust and wonderful life and just enjoy life. Because you might have felt that maybe you're missing out, maybe you didn't notice, but right now all this energy in the 5th house is saying, yes, notice, most definitely, take it in. But don't get stuck in like, maybe I'm not doing enough, maybe I'm not having this life that I want, but it's pushing you to also break free. It's a lot about balance here for you, Libra, between the old and the new and wanting to start on all these creative ideas and feel this passion within you, even in existing relationships, wanting to reignite the flame. But you might find that maybe you're focusing too much on it and that's where the flame is dying out. So on the 19th, the sun will join Neptune in your 6th house. 6th house, work, routine, and health. The 6th house is all about that, Libra, where you have to really look at your health, look at your diet, look at how you've been eating, looking at your routine, what is actually bringing you excitement to your routine. Maybe change it up. Maybe that will help you feel better mentally, emotionally, and physically. And when it comes to work, what do you want to do when it comes to your work? Do you want to make any changes to your career? Do you want to apply for something new? Do you want to try something new? There's a lot of that kind of energy coming through. And if you're not employed, the 6th house is about work. So it's about being of service to others. How much work and energy are you putting into others? Is it out of balance? Do you need to put some energy into yourself? On the 27th, we have a full moon, and that will be happening in your 12th house of letting go. Letting go, releasing. And that's what you'll be doing, healing, transformation, spending time alone, nurturing your soul, time in nature, taking it easy. February has a lot of energy. And a lot of energy means we can feel physically, mentally exhausted. You know, trying to find this inner passion, yearning of the heart. What really gets me feeling inspired? What wants me to create? What wants me to have fun? How do I feel alive in my relationships? Yeah, you're asked to have some solitude with this full moon. You know, you've been pushing and you had a lot of spotlight on that 5th house. So here's a time to take a break, reassess, see how far you've come, and let go of any old patterns that's actually blocking you from the passion you truly deserve. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe.